inside the FedEx Forum. The Grizzlies are hoping for some home cooking as they try to get a foothold in this series. They're down no games to 2 in spite of Pau Gasol's career-high 28 points in Game 2. Denied. And Nash throws ahead to Richardson. Joe Johnson to a slashing Stoudemire.
Quick, hard move. He would walk away from a game getting 103 points against him, and you think that might be good enough to win. But you got to remember, the Suns, the heartbreaker for New Jersey, a double overtime loss. Boy, they've got to really dig deep to get a win.
Sean Marion. Grabbed by Stoudemire with 5 to shoot. Amare Stoudemire. 5-point. Nash, good feed underneath the Stoudemire. Yep, and a foul. Amare Stoudemire to the line. Foul is on Batty.
But Amare Stoudemire is adding a little pastry to his repertoire early.
Playoffs on ESPN continues. Detroit against Philadelphia. Game 4 at 1 o'clock Eastern. That foul, by the way, that put Stoudemire on the line was on Lorenzen Wright. There you see Brian Cardinal. And Stoudemire brings the Suns to within, putting that pressure on him as he handled the ball up the floor. 6 on the shot clock for the Suns. Amare Stoudemire already with 11.
But he came out early, and he was practicing.
7 minutes roughly for the half. Nash underneath to Hunter. Good look to Stoudemire. Oh, my. What elevation by Amare Stoudemire.
That hurt. That hurt enough to call.
In Game 2.
This is a great pass, and Stromile Swift, who gets up, gets hammered by Amare Stoudemire.
Amare Stoudemire, 5 out of 8 for his 13 points so far. The Matrix. But I'm not so sure Amare Stoudemire isn't the Matrix too.
Well, you know, he's a different kind of Matrix, but he is showing you with size and athleticism and his ability to change shots and directions in his office. He is a very difficult opponent to deal with, and you know that he's not only going to make those, but we got that sledgehammer to finish it off. And that brought everybody in the building off their feet to say, oh, do we have a chance here against Stoudemire, who had 34? And I said at the start, he may be looking at a new career high the way he is playing here early in the ball.
Found in this game, Phoenix with the biggest lead at 10 a moment ago. Steve Nash off the Stoudemire. Yep, and a foul.
So they are not adjusting to the fact that Amare Stoudemire is at the free throw line, and then he's breaking down the lane, but he has made several adjustments to get that ball in the rim, and now he's back at the point. You that he's got a lot in his bag that could help his team win.
Stoudemire. Stoudemire with 17.
Gasol cutting down the lane for an easy 2.
Stoudemire again. This time he shoots the long shot over Wright. He's almost impossible to guard now. Amare Stoudemire.
18 points in the first half. After Game 1, where you scored just 9 points, now you've put together 6 solid quarters of basketball. Why the difference? What's the turnaround attributable to?
Well, I just came out here kind of poised, and Game 1 I was a little more tense, and I was ready for the playoffs, and it got me a little bit of trouble. But now I understand how to play out here with a little poison, and I managed to play pretty good.
That dunk that you had in the first half, where does that rank among some of the ones where you've had this year?
That's probably one of my top dunks right there. You know, it's the postseason, so we got to come out here with our A game.
How do you close it out in the second half?
We got to come out here and do the same thing we did in the second quarter. Play tenacious defense out here, be aggressive, and close it out.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck in the second half. Guys, back to you.
All right, 5:30 on ABC Sunday, Miami at New Jersey. The Heat looking to close out that series at 3:30. 9 on the shot clock for Williams. Right at the rim, turned away by Stoudemire.
Sean Marion gets the good deep position, but you watch Amare Stoudemire react on this play to get the block. He got hit in the mouth and is being
to worry about here in the third. Stoudemire just 4 for 8 tonight from the line.
Well, he missed 4 free throws in the last game. He was 18 of 22, so maybe he's going to go on an extended streak of makes here. But they have not, as a team, shot the ball well. He gets both of those.
14 points for Lorenzen Wright. That's a series high in the playoffs this year, as Stoudemire has.
And they know that they had to have one to get into this series, and they feel real good about that. Amare Stoudemire is having his way. 7 1/4.
Don't forget Sunday, the Pistons in the 7th coming in, looking to go up 3 games to none in this series. Posey against Richardson. Swatted away by Stoudemire. And out of bounds with 2 to shoot to the Grizzlies.
Good team defense. You talk about collapsing and reacting to an undersized guy. Posey up, and look at Stoudemire saying, not today. And he wants to really put the hammer down, and there's any way that they can do it. Whoa!
Speaking of putting the hammer down, Amare Stoudemire has 30. So 6.
Tough break for Stoudemire is he got pushed from behind, but right here from the side and the angle to get that against the high-flying Stoudemire Swift, that's impressive. Not nearly as impressive as the one he threw down earlier, but the bench.
They're excited by that move by Stoudemire.
Threes here, and it is garbage time.
And the Suns win this one going away. They led the entire second half by double digits, and they win tonight by 20. Phoenix going up 3 games to none in the series, and they did it with only 5 turnovers coast to coast, and that's a franchise playoff low for a playoff game. 110-90. The final score. Don't forget, coming up next on ESPN2, Friday Night Fights from Union Plaza Casino in Las Vegas.